Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Ellarie here, first of her name, queen of her castle, mother of Yoshidoll. Today's video is obviously dedicated to Game of Thrones. I was very reluctant to film a review on this collection, not because I didn't want to, but Urban Decay has been known to do some really dope inspired collections. Their Basquiat collection that they did a couple years ago, I never touched it. It's like on display in my makeup closet. It was just too beautiful, too dope. I didn't touch not one makeup product in there. They're all still in the packaging. Palette never been touched. And I thought I was going to do the same thing with this Game of Thrones collection because it just was too pretty. I didn't want to mess with it. But I didn't want to be selfish and not give you guys another perspective on what you can do with the collection, especially if you are a woman of color. So I did this for y'all, okay? I busted it open for y'all. I don't bust it open for many people, okay? Anyways, before we get started, I'm not gonna front like I have been a GOT stan from day one. If you don't know what GOT means, it's Game of Thrones. I am a stan now, so I can say stuff like that. Yeah. I just started watching Game of Thrones a month ago. I finished all 7 seasons in about 2.5 weeks. So as you can imagine, I don't have much of a life if I could finish an hour episode of 7 seasons in 2.5 weeks and still work, you know? I don't have a life. Those are some perks to not having a life. So I was super excited when the new season started on Sunday. I was hype as if I was watching the playoffs. So sad that I got into it so late because now this is the last season and I've been spoiled. I have been living vicariously through Daenerys, who has had Khal Drogo and Jon Snow. Like, she got both of the finest men of the whole show. But let me not digress. Let's get into the collection here at hand. This is what it looks like. I've seen it before. It's beautiful. Kudos to them being so detailed with their collections. Like, they make some beautiful collections. I can't front Urban Decay. You do your thing. So you got the winter right here, right? You know, this kind of looks like, you know, with the Ice King and, you know, all them, that scary stuff, the cold. And then you got the fire when you take that off. That's dope, right? This is actually the eyeshadow palette. This is obviously the throne everybody wants to sit in, including myself. Like, I kind of want this in my house somewhere. And then when you pull this thing out, eyeshadow palettes right underneath. And when you pull out this drawer on the bottom, you got some pencils, a highlighter palette, some lipsticks, a lip and cheek stain, and 2 makeup brushes. This is a brush in the shape of Arya's sword, aka the needle. And this is my boo daddy sword, Jon Snow, both made of Valyrian steel. I'm not gonna swatch these lipsticks because since I opened the collection, I am gonna put them in a giveaway, the ones that I know that I'm not gonna wear, so I don't wanna swatch them, but I will show you what they look like. This is a metallicized lipstick called Daenerys Targaryen, like brick red. This is also a metallic lipstick. It is Cersei Lannister. That bit crazy too. I don't even know if I want to wear that just because I'm afraid of being haunted by her. This one is called White Walker. It is a comfort matte. This next one called Sansa Stark is going to be too light for me, but it is a sheer lipstick. And it is a nude, but not my favorable shade. Then we have some lip pencils. We got the Lannister Gold. We got the Dragon Smoke. I like this one. I might wear this one on my waterline. Not really sure the look I'm gonna do yet, but I'm gonna put this one to the side. This one is a Night King, a really pretty blue. And Winterfell Snow is a white pencil, so. And last but not least, there's also this lip and cheek stain. I'm definitely probably not gonna use this on my cheeks. I'm not a fan of cheek stains, but I do actually like lip stains. I'm not gonna wear this in the final look, but I kind of just want to see what it's gonna look like while I don't have anything on. Oh, let's take a gander. By the way, this is called, what is this called? Oh, Dracarys. That's what she says when she wants her dragon to like blow fire and kill somebody. That is crazy. That's a good name for this because it looked like fire. And kind of like blood though. Oh well. Doesn't really have a taste, which I wish it did, but it did give me a nice little pink tint. I like that. So yeah, that's what it looks like if you wear it on your lips. Like nice little rosy lip stain. Not sure how long it lasts because I am going to put lipstick on over it. But yeah, if you like cheek stains, you might like the cabeza. So I'm going to do one eye first because I have no idea the look I'm really going to do right now. I'm trying to get an idea of my head. I do know that I'm probably going to honor Winterfell on my lid because Winterfell was the dopest. They were the most loyal. They, you know, weren't evil like, you know, some of the other families out there that was just killing folks all willy-nilly. So the Starks were my favorite family, so I'm gonna put them on my lid, show tribute to them. And everybody else is just gonna be around them, you know? All right, let's get started. All right, this is not my favorite look at all. I don't feel like I did the North justice, but one of y'all out there might like it, so. All right, so my eyes already primed and ready to go. The first color I used was called Nymeria. That was the name of Arya's direwolf. And I'm just using that as my first transition color with a blending brush. The second color I used is called Lannister Red right here. It's kind of like a reddish brown clay color. And I used a smaller tapered blending brush and started in my crease all the way till I got to the outer V of my eye and brought it back in. So I'm pretty much creating like a dramatic wing shape. And I'm adding the product like exactly where I want it, kind of like a pen to draw out. And once I have the shape I want, I'm gonna stop adding product to the brush and just blend out the color. Kind of went up towards my brow right here. Then just blotted the rest out. I'm assuming no one's really new to Urban Decay's shadows, but if you are, they have really great pigmentation, not a lot of fallout, and you don't even need much of the color. So I'm really just going into each color like this, bam, tapping it off and building. Now I'm gonna grab a flat synthetic brush and my concealer, just a little bit. I didn't really plan on this being a cut crease. I was really just trying to find the shape of my lid that I wanted the shadow to go on, which I guess kind of like cut crease. But I just outlined the portion of the lid where I was going to place the shadow. So pretty much I'm kind of like double winging my shadows because you got this outside wing shape and then the inside. And for the inside, I am using Winterfell, this shade right here. And I'm putting this all over the lid except for the inner corner. Then I got another flat synthetic brush and went in with Dothraki. Has a little more gold in it than the Winterfell shade, which has like silver and gold. And I just popped that into the inner corner of the lid. For my waterline, I used Dragon Smoke. For some reason, I originally thought this was like a deep burgundy color, but it's actually like smoke. It's like black with some glitter specks in it. Probably can't see the glitter all that well, but actually it's like a midnight purple. I don't know. I'm clearly colorblind. I haven't got a vision test since college, okay? Purplish blackish with some glitter. And the shadow color I used to line my lash line is called Frozen North. For my liner, I use CoverGirl's 335. It is their brown liner. You guys know I usually use the matte black, but I use the brown from time to time and always on my moles. You know, it's easier to use brown than black when you do your moles. So I'm just going to wing out what my normal liner would look like. And then I'm going to outline my double shadow line. I don't know why, I just did. And lastly, I just added some mascara and lashes. I believe they're from a brand called Urban Upscale Luxe, but when I go on the website, I can't find these styles. They must be new. So if and when I can find out more information, I will let you know. But they came in these little trays. I believe they're just now starting to sell lashes, but the ones that they sent me, I really like. And I think the ones I'm wearing today are called Natural. Even though they're really fluffy and dense, I've been kind of addicted to that style lately. So just pretend it's like Jon Snow's night watch coat, you know, keep my eye warm. And finally, the mascara I used is Monsieur Big from Lancome. And I have not applied my highlight yet. This is the Mother of Dragons highlight palette. I don't even think I showed this in the beginning of the video. But you have Drogon, Viserion, and Rhaegal. I'm gonna use the most golden egg, Rhaegal. I'm gonna use Urban Decay's All Nighter to set everything. I was gonna use, what was the lipstick I was gonna use? White Walker, like this maroon, but I just think that it would just be too much going on with the gold, the blue, all that good stuff. So I don't really want to put anything on my lips. I actually just want to add some more lip tint. I am going to put on some Vaseline on my lips. Cocoa Butter Lip Therapy, y'all know it's my fave. And add a little bit more of the stain. I really wish this was flavored or scented or something. But I get it, it's a stain. It's really not really supposed to be. See, I like that. I think that's cute. It's like just a nod, you know? I don't overdo it all the time. So I hope you guys enjoyed the look I created with this Game of Thrones collection. Shout out to Urban Decay because, unless I'm mistaken, I am late on a lot of stuff, but I don't think another brand has came out with a Game of Thrones collection, at least not to celebrate the new season. If I'm wrong, you can let me know in the comments, but I don't think they have. And for how popular this show is, like, that was smart. If you are already a fan of Urban Decay's eyeshadows, like, and you're a fan of the show, you're gonna want this collection just because of that alone. Like, I love the Urban Decay brand. They're one of the first palettes I ever bought. Naked was like one of the first makeup palettes that I ever bought, and I used it faithfully in college. So I like their shadows, and I really like their theme sets because it feels like they take their time and pay attention to detail when it comes to putting their collection together, as opposed to just creating a palette and a couple lipsticks. Like, their packaging, like all that good stuff is always like on point. So I think it's beautiful. I could be biased because I love the show, and the moment I saw it, I knew that, you know, it needed to go somewhere safe. Even that's attention to detail. Look at that. They like made the palette merge with the colors into the booklet. It's like, I don't know. I think they did a good job on the collection. Even if you don't watch the show, because they have the basic transition colors, you can create a few different looks with the metallicized lid shades they have in here. So that's great. I love Urban Decay's pencils, but these pencils I wasn't a huge fan of because I like just matte black. I'm boring. And for the lipsticks, you know, like I said, I'm not a fan of metallicized, but I did like this Comfort matte color. Obviously I didn't wear it, and I was honestly surprised that I ended up wearing the lip and cheek tint, because I was just like, you know, I might play with this, but I'm not gonna wear it, and it just so happened to go with my look. The highlight palette, I'll probably only use Rhaegal. I hope I'm saying that right. You know, they got them accents. But the other two colors I probably wouldn't wear unless I put Viserion in the corner of my eyes, because if you follow me, you know I'm not a fan of like pink and purple highlighters. That's just not my thing. Yeah, overall, if you're a fan of the show and a fan of Urban Decay, I think you can't really go wrong. If you're not a fan of the show, Urban Decay has great eyeshadow pigmentation. So if you're a fan of the colors in the palette, you won't be disappointed unless you don't like the colors they have in there. So let me know what you guys think of the collection in the comments. If you do watch the show, I'm with you every Sunday night until the season 8 is over. We are watching it together. I'm super excited and anxious to see what's gonna happen next on this final season. And if you wanna see what's going to happen next on my channel, make sure you subscribe. You like that little segue, don't you? Until next time, love you guys. Mwah. Dragars.